if you're going to come up here and have this conversation, we need to have this conversation.
Hello.
Mandy?
Yes, yes, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
As much as we're blaming men on this issue, as well, let's not be one-sided.
No, we're just
Could have
having an
been
open
reasons.
conversation.
Yeah, there could have been reasons that catapulted this issue to wherever it reached. Yeah? I could blame it on extortion. Maybe the lady was maybe like trying to take an advantage of the guy in one way or another. Could be. I can't blame it all on. I can't fully blame it on the lady, but perhaps
I mean,
there could be reasons as
if
well.
if I'm not wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, Margaret Mbutu was a nurse.
Yes, yeah.
That means that means she was just making. I mean, let's have an open conversation about this. And this is Vote TV, and I'm gonna listen to every argument that you have about this case. Go ahead.
Well, I can't deny nurses have their own. Well, she could be having her own paychecks and what have you. But remember, human beings are never satisfied. As well, if you listen to the guy was. It's like the guy had decided to come back to Kenya for life. Is it?
I don't know. I don't know that part.
Yeah, from whatever I'm getting to learn, the guy was coming back to Kenya, like fully, not to go back to the US anymore. So maybe they could have been misunderstanding.
Okay, but I want to understand this as a man. Okay, I want to understand this, my brother. Okay.
Yes.
Does that give someone what makes a man kill a woman, mutilate her body, dump her at the airport, and leave the country? Whatever, even if it's like there were misunderstandings, because hey, these marriages and these relationships are not. It's not like a walk in the park. Speculation. Those are speculations. That's right. So let me ask you, for example. Yeah.
I can't decline the fact that taking away a life is wrong. I can't deny the fact that that's wrong. So wrong.
It's a fact. It's
wrong. It's wrong. But as well, human nature, we as human beings, we also need to be considerate. More so to our ladies. Our ladies, so far currently, at least they're turning out to be so much of extortionists. Actually, women are very toxic. They're blaming it on men.
Mandy, are you married? Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes, I am.
Is the woman on the profile picture your wife? Because you have a white woman's picture as your profile picture, so I assume that's your wife?
No, that's not my wife. It's just kind of a picture that I just fell in love with it. But okay, all in all.
Oh, you just fell in love with it? Okay, that's just, by the way, I just digress a little bit. I was just trying to understand where you're coming from. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so currently, with the current generation that we have, current situation and the life conditions that we have at stake, women are they're playing victims of their own escapades. Because there's no way you can you can try and joke around with someone's future and what have you, someone's savings plus what have you, things like that. You are trying to ruin someone's life. In my African understanding, it's the man who should chart the path of the family. So if at all you have decided to be with someone, if the guy has said left, obey that. Right, obey that. Because you have decided to be with this person because you are accustomed to the ideologies of this person.
So okay, I'm even just by looking at, I can tell that Mandy Edie Moliero. Is that your real name?
No, my real name.
Okay. So, but I'm gonna call you Mandy, Mindy or Mende. By the way, Mende. Hey, you picked up a nut, and I can tell you're Kenyan. Are you in the US?
No, no, I'm not in the US.
Okay. Ashley has a question for you. I mean, the guy is called
Okay.
Mende. For those who are watching,
Uh,
Mende is a cockroach. Ashley, very far. Okay. You see, guys, come over here. Let's have this conversation. Let's have
yeah,
this
so
conversation.
as I was just saying, if you decide to live with this person, it means that you have bought the ideologies of this person. So at the point of
Wait. What do
you,
you mean? Oh, wait. What are you saying? If you agree to live with this person, you've agreed to buy the ideologies of this person. What do you mean exactly? I gotta be very, very. This one I'm
these
putting on
people
the
are
hard table.
dating, yeah? These people are
Yes,
dating,
they were
right?
dating.
Yeah, they were dating.
Let me actually. Okay, they were dating. But if anybody knows more, can you also type in the chat? Yeah, go ahead. They were dating. Yes, it was a boyfriend and a girlfriend. I don't think were they married. I don't think they were married. But
I think they
they
were at
were.
the verge of getting married. They were at the verge of getting married. Because these are people
Okay.
who have, from the reports, they had stayed for quite some time. So all in all,
Candice.
to my thinking, to my thinking, up to the point these people were, that woman should have just given the gentleman. Because we are human beings and we also have feelings and
Wait,
emotions.
Mende. Sikwelewi should have given the woman should have given the gentleman what?
The woman should have given the gentleman a piece of understanding and toleration. Because you see, these are people, this is someone you had already started building emotions and feelings towards. This is someone you're beginning to feel like it's part of you. So I'm just thinking whatever happened was just a misunderstanding between the two guys, between the two people. Maybe this person was seeing like he was going to be belittled by the fact that he was coming back, and then there was going to be that miscommunication. After that, it ends up with what? The lady
Okay.
will
Okay,
find
just
someone
okay,
else.
still okay, bro. Okay, give me a second. Just stay right there. Miss Njao, welcome.
Mende, hi, thank you so much. Mende, I think you need to really, you do not know anything about this couple right here. You need to go and read their story and probably come and give your opinion and your views. Okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is what I wanted to tell you. Their story is all over, and
Has
what
been
you're
all
saying,
over since
yeah,
October last
it's
year.
all over. Just go read it and just understand the whole story, and then just come and tell us what you want to tell us.
Miss Njao, what do you think about this? It's always. Do you know what I always say here at VoTV? I always say listening is not a crime. So I love listening to everyone's opinions. What do you think about his approach, and what do you say about this case now that Kangethe has been arrested?
Well, yeah, you know, this lady that, according to the story that was being told by the people that knew, this lady was trying to break off the relationship, and Kangethe did not want to hear a no. And nobody said about they did not even have a future. They were just dating. I mean, they were not living together. So as much as Menda is telling us that ladies should just follow and just have the men steer, but not every man is to lead. You know that, right? A lot of us have come from broken families where you don't even want your father to lead you as an adult. You cannot allow your
Absolutely.
own father to lead your kids. So, and when women are a little empowered these days, we can all agree to that. And so when a woman says no, a man should be educated enough to say that, to understand that a no is a no. And even even when a man says no, women should, because this domestic violence is happening to both men and women. So if it
That's
is a
true.
no, let it be a no. Just understand that it is a no. Your partner, your spouse does not want to continue a relationship with you. Just respect that.
I like that. I like that. I like that statement from Katenusu, who's saying no is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. So
Now, let me ask you a few questions, Ms. Njau, as well. Number one, the guy was arrested in a club. I mean, the guy was partying. Like, it's like he fled to Kenya and is out there partying, having killed somebody, and he just goes on with his life. Did that stand out to you?
well, that is showing you that this guy that his killing did not. It was premeditated, first of all, the way he did it. So it was he does not have a heart at all. And people, just like a serial killer will kill one person today, and then in the evening they're going to be with another person, partying and fornicating and all that stuff. You know, the following day
That's
they're
right.
going to kill somebody else. So he
Yeah.
does not have a heart at all.
Then the next statement. Did you know that her body had been mutilated? Because I actually just saw that today.
But I did not read that part of it. I just know that her body was found in a car at a certain airport.
That's right.
In New Jersey or
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. So today, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. So actually today, for the first time, I'm seeing a press report where it's clearly mentioned that she was mutilated and left in a parking garage at the airport. I mean, like, what a painful.
I do not even understand how he got the nerve to mutilate a body at a public airport, a public place, an airport of all places in the US.
Ms. Jao, I was saying these things. I mean, even like reading this statement right now, I don't think he mutilated her body at the airport. I am convinced that he did that wherever he killed Margaret Mbitu.
But
You know, like so let's say, for example, like he killed her inside the apartment, and then put everything in a bag or whatever, put it in a car, and just drove to the airport. He didn't do it.
They say that this lady is the one who drove him to the airport.
Has that been confirmed?
That is what they say. The initial report said, but I don't know. It's yet. I don't know. It was. I didn't know if it was mutilated. I'm going to do research on that. Let me not comment on something
Okay.
that I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, I am Jerry. Let me actually bring some more people right here. We're gonna keep on having this conversation. Tati, welcome. Thank you very much. Let me come over here. Let me do this. Tati, welcome to Vote TV.
How are you?
I'm blessed, and God is good that I'm healthy.
Okay, thank you for adding me.
Thank you.
Yeah. I also want to know what happened. I want to know this story. I'm in Minnesota. That's Miss Njau. Long time.
Long time, yeah, I think.
Oh, Tati, uko Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, but you are familiar with
Upper Rochester.
Okay, Rochester. Okay, like you are familiar with the case, right?
Yeah,
You know what happened last.
I've been following the case for a long time. I'm so glad he was arrested.
Okay, amen. So that's exactly what's happening right now. So he was arrested today, and apparently this guy was arrested. Actually, he was having a nice time. They arrested him in a club.
I know. I'm even wondering what club was that.
Okay. They didn't mention. They don't. I don't have any mention of that in the press report. They just said that he was arrested in a nightclub. Wadoivi, did they say which club? Do you know which club he was arrested in? Let me look at this statement by Mwaki and the way he looks harmless. By the way, Mwaki, and for those of us who live in America and those of us who have been out here, you know that all these serial killers, they look very normal. They're like normal folks. They're folks you go and find in an office, in a corporate office. They don't have their signature on their forehead that they're serial killers. Tati, being in Minnesota, this is not the first time a Kenyan man has killed a Kenyan woman in America.
Where is it?
It isn't.
And when this happened, I remember I came up here and we had a very powerful segment. And do you know what I said? I said it won't be the last time. And what happened?
Yeah.
Not even 2 months later, another Kenyan is arrested in America who actually Jamani Fala. Jamani. When I came here to my, this guy flew all the way from Kenya, came to America, and tried to hire someone to kill the wife in America.
And that guy used to work at a bank. He's a very senior person in a bank. You know that?
Thank you, Mr. Yes, and the guy was working in a bank. Okay? So here we are. As we are having this conversation now, we have one Kenyan who's in prison for attempted murder of his wife because he was a goofy who never knew what to do.
Yeah.
Came to America.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, the guy was a banker in Kenya or in the US?
In Kenya.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. And now here we are. Kevin Kangethe has been arrested after this gruesome murder of his wife. I want us to have a balanced conversation. Nimekuwa nikisema hivi. And I'm gonna go back to my statement, Tati, what I said in November last year when Margaret Mbitu was found dead.
Yeah.
My fellow Kenyans in America, if you don't make this a topic, this will not be the last time for this to happen. And we need to ask ourselves one question: why is it happening? That's a question. Is it that men cannot face rejection? Is it that men have turned out to be animals? Or is it that women are also provoking men to an extent that they actually convert them from lovers to murderers? I need answers.
How can you convert somebody to become a psychopath? I think that's something you're born with. For example, this guy who murdered that woman and mutilated his body. It's not even that thing you just do like the one they say, I snapped. Like, I snapped. This is not even snapping. This is something else. Because if you snapped, you do something, you call the police, and you're arrested. But this is a person who has it calculated. It was premeditated, I believe.
He had something personal.
Yeah. And it was...
And by the way, Tati, again, can I say something? When Margaret Mbitu was found dead, I did a show on that night, and we had a very powerful conversation here. And you know what I was saying? I was challenging men in America to step up to come and say something. You know what happened on that day?
Yeah.
Make a bright guess.
They supported him.
No. Not even one single guy.
Yeah.
Came up here.
Okay.
So it was women telling their version of the story.
Yeah.
As long as, yes, remember, thank you, Rose. Yeah, they chickened out. Thank you, Jerry. There's powerful word, ego. I like that. CJ, let me ask this question again. I know there are men in the chat who are watching. I know there are Kenyan men who are in America who are watching. I know there are Kenyan men in the chat who are watching, period. Can you come up here? Can you come up here and have a conversation? And let's have a balanced conversation. Because as long as I'm looking at my request and all I see is women, we are having an imbalanced conversation. Don't you agree?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what's going to happen if we keep on having an... Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mende.
You'll have to admit the fact that... You'll have to admit the fact that... the third point that you raised, it can't be downplayed. For this gentleman to go to that extent that he reached, he must have been asked by one or two actions from the other party. So we can't just put all the blame on this gentleman. This is a human being.
Are you serious?
He's a living thing. He has emotions as well.
My goodness.
So however much it is wrong, women also have a part to play in this. They can't be saints forever. They have a very big role to play in this. because you can't expect people have different levels of anger and anger related issues. People have different levels.
Yeah, that's why there's
There are those,
therapy, Mande.
yeah, so
Voti,
you
let me say
can't
something. Let me
you can't
answer. Let me
downplay the
answer
fact
that.
that the other party was also hurt. However
Like,
much it
That's
was a
why
wrong,
we
it was
oh
must
hyena's
my
hurt
say.
against the
goodness.
thief.
Who in this world hasn't been hurt? Who in this world has not been rejected? You know, you don't go killing people because they rejected you or they insulted you or they cut you off in traffic.
We have
You
more
see,
women
this is the
being rejected.
problem.
We have
Like,
more women being rejected by men than we have women.
exactly.
I
How many
The,
women?
know.
the
How many
problem
women
here is that in Africa, we are